Hey everybody, it's Safi and Marco Dish Out on Movies, the only movie review show on YouTube to review movies in terms of food. And it's just Marco here today, and I am here to review Elio, which is the new Pixar movie, because I did put out a poll last week where I asked people what they wanted to see, and overwhelmingly, after I did the review, everyone wanted to see a Pixar commentary. And I have just not been, free enough or well enough to do it. Like yesterday, I had a horrible afternoon and evening, and I don't know what happened. It might have been allergies mixed with anxiety, and so it was really bad. And then today I've still been just getting off of that and getting over it. So I just decided it'd be fun to watch and review a movie. And I thought, you know what, I'll review the new Pixar movie because, I have to. Unfortunately. Because here's the thing. This movie is probably one of the worst, if not the worst, Pixar movie I have ever seen so far. It is generic. It feels like a TV show episode. Like, it feels like you could, contain the plot of this movie to, 30 minutes. It is not like some long, complicated plot. Pixar movies, they used to feel epic. They used to feel like they took all these twists and turns, and you never really knew what was going to happen. There was always more to discover. Even when the plots were simpler, like, let's say, A Bug's Life, or is that what it was, or A Bug's Story? That was still a lot better than this. Here's another thing, too. I don't like how Pixar movies look anymore. I hate how Pixar movies look. It all started with Toy Story 3. Toy Story 3 was a pretty good movie. It was a very good third movie. I didn't agree with Andy getting rid of his toys, but at least at the time I thought, okay, he's leaving them with Bonnie, and at the time she really liked the toys. She really liked Woody, and I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll accept it, but I hate the look, this ugly, stupid, cartoon, generic, goofy look of everything and all the humans, all the characters. I hate it. I hate it so fucking badly. It's stupid. I hate how Pixar movies look worse than any other animated movies now. You look at Pixar and it's like, oh, look, it's the new Pixar movie. And they all look the same. And that's another thing, is that Pixar movies used to look like a lot different from each other. Like, they used to have a lot of uniqueness about each movie, and they used to always feel like really high quality. I just remember WALL-E, Cars, even Up, just Ratatouille, all these movies, they felt like high quality movies. The Pixar movies nowadays, I mean, this Elio movie, it felt like a straight-to-video piece of shit. It was just abysmal. It was so bad. I watched it on YouTube, and it's really hilarious, because usually when someone records a movie for YouTube, you never really see any of the audience that actually saw it in the theater where they recorded it. Well, guess what, guys? In this movie, 5 people got up and left the movie. That's how bad it was throughout the whole movie. So, constantly people were getting up to leave. And I was like, wow, I have never seen that before, except for The Matrix 4. I watched that on YouTube as well, instead of seeing it in theaters. And one person, I think, might have gotten up and left, or he was, blocking the screen. I can't really remember. But anyways, this movie is it's a stupid, basic, generic, dumb story, and I think that the one thing that I'll have to say about it, because this won't be a long review, I mean, it doesn't deserve a long review. It deserves... This is like when you really have to take a shit, and then you go to the bathroom, and it's like there's just a tiny little shit that comes out. Like, that's what this movie is. Like, it's not even like a big enough shit to waste all that time talking about it. So, yeah, this isn't going to be like an hour-long review. This is just going to be like 15 minutes max, probably. But, the big issue, one of the biggest issues of the movie is that, and I saw this in Ghostbusters Afterlife too, or no, wait, no, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. You know, how that movie, how Phoebe, the little girl, how she acted in that movie, it was like she was so selfish, she was so bad, and she made all these horrible decisions, and she was just not a good kid. And she did not act like a good kid, and she never even got, you know, any consequences for her actions. She never had to, like, you know, realize, like, hey, what I did was wrong, nothing. It was just like, oh yeah, well, this is a kid's movie, so she can do whatever she wants, even though she's doing all this horrible shit. Like, there's one point where she kills herself so that she can hug this girl ghost. I mean, what the fuck is up with that? Well, in this movie, Elio, the main kid, he is the least likable, one of the least likable animated kid characters I have ever seen. He is just like a huge brat. He's annoying as hell. He always wears like a fucking cape for some reason. I don't know why he's always wearing a cape. Like, you'd think that maybe he'd just wear that when like he's like playing, like when he's like doing a little skit, or like he's playing a game like in his room or something, but no, he wears capes all the time. And but the whole movie, he makes all these horrible decisions, and it never feels like he really has to, you know, make up for it or feel the weight of those decisions. It feels like he gets rewarded for bad behavior. And this is this is so much like Ghostbusters Frozen Empire in that way. I would say visually, you know, this movie is supposed to be like this really amazing, beautiful children's space sci-fi adventure movie. But you know what the visuals in this movie reminded me of? Ant-Man 3. Ugh. That's how bad the visuals were. You know, it's all about this fucking stupid kid who, you know, you don't like him at all. There's no reason to like this little piece of shit. And I'm sorry, I know I sound like I'm being mean, but I'm really not. Like, this little kid's a piece of shit. And so, he's not like Lilo from Lilo and Stitch, where you really like him or her. It's like, no, it's like, this is a piece of shit, Elio. I mean, nobody wants Elio. Nobody likes Elio. And so Elio wants to go live on another planet where aliens will accept him. So he lies his way into getting abducted by these aliens. And he gets taken to this place called the Communiverse. And it reminds me of Ant-Man 3 because it's just a lot of random colors, a lot of random gook. There's no sense to anything. It's just like a bunch of blobs, a bunch of nothing, a bunch of like filling space, you know, with these random creatures and these random designs and random rooms and random this, random that, and it's ugly to look at. There's nothing interesting about this place that he goes to. There's no really interesting aliens. Really, the only interesting aliens are the bad guys. Because they're like these caterpillars that are inside this big metal armor. And one of them has a kid, and the kid bonds with Elio, and the kid does not want to be like his dad, and he doesn't want to get put in the armor. And so that's what the whole movie's about. It's all about this kid bonding with this other stupid caterpillar alien, and then trying to save the kid from his dad and just trying to save the communiverse. But the big issue is the fact that, like, the communiverse is like hardly the focus of the movie. Like, it's basically like this utopia where it's like a communist utopia where everyone is equal, everyone is the same, and there's no power or authority. It's just all like, one generic line of people and beings, and it's basically like it's this weird society where, like, it's supposedly all the best leaders in the galaxy, and other people come to apply so that they can be accepted into the communiverse, and they'll get either put in it or get rejected. And what's weird too is the fact that, like, the whole conflict of the movie starts because they couldn't deal with this one guy who got rejected, and he was like, "Oh, fuck you! I'm the strongest leader in the fucking universe!" But it's like, why hasn't the communiverse prepared for something like that? If they're such a smart and capable and amazing society, then why haven't they prepared for someone, like, getting mad that they rejected their citizenship? It's so fucking stupid, this movie. Stupid. And it's not for adults either. This is just a kid's movie. It is a dopey, dumb kids movie. Now, I'm gonna take my pill. 1 second, guys. Okay. Now, here's where the movie it changes from bad to horrible. This movie is fucking racist. Okay? All of the white characters in the movie are belittled, looked down upon, made to look evil or stupid or weak or a mixture of all three. Okay, so first off, Elio, he wants to communicate with the aliens, so he uses his own radio, and then he puts out an ad to attract, like, other people with radios to come join him and to help him. And then there's this one black kid that comes. Okay, that sounded wrong. And he brings a radio that I guess, I can't remember if him or the other kid owned it, but Elio just steals his radio from him, and that's when the black kid's friend comes along, and the friend is a white kid. And so, he is portrayed as the bully character because he is, trying to get back his radio that Elio stole. He is portrayed as a bully and as a horrible person, and then he's punished for what he did in the whole movie, and he is just, it's like he's irredeemable, and you can feel this is exactly like the Robert Pattinson Batman, where you had the one black henchman at the beginning, and it's like, oh, he's in this group of evil white men, and of course, because he's black, he's not really pure evil, so he's gonna not really fight Batman, and then Batman's gonna let him go, because there could never be anything wrong with him based off of his identity, because that's how modern movies want you to think, and that's what modern movies want to do, is they want you to think about people based on their identities and not based on the content of their character. And so there's another white guy in the movie, and he works at the base because his mom, well, it's not actually his mom, it's his aunt. She works at a military base or a space base where they intercept, like, space garbage or something. And the white guy, he says that he discovered alien communication. And of course, the main character, he's Latino, and his mom is Latina too. And she right off the bat just rejects this white guy and tells him, he's stupid, go home. He's going to be fired or suspended for a whole week. Over what? Over nothing. Just because the character's white, he's made to look stupid and crazy and just incapable, while she is smart and strong and independent. And, and that's continued through the whole movie. And even the villainous characters, I know that they're aliens, but the people who made this movie, they purposefully made it so that the villainous aliens were voiced by white voice actors. So that goes to show what the agenda was really about when making this movie. It wasn't about making a kids' movie. It was about doing social engineering. And the movie was very predictable. You know that it's all going to work out. They even had another moment at the end of the movie where, you have a character, you think, oh no, the character's dead. Oh no. All the characters suddenly become good and everything's really sad. Oh no. Oh, the character's alive. Oh, of course. Because there can never be any death in a Pixar movie because, oh no, we can't handle serious topics anymore. We don't want the parents to be mad at us. And so this fucking generic-ass piece of shit ends exactly how it began. With shit I didn't give a flying fuck about. Okay, this was an ugly movie. It was generic, it was predictable, and it was just a big piece of space trash. I have nothing good to say about it. And frankly, I wish I didn't have to waste my time, but I have to because I have to see all the Pixar movies. And it's really sad because, like, if I was a kid and you showed me this movie, I would be like, ugh. But, like, as an adult, I'm just really embarrassed about how bad Pixar has gotten ever since they fired John Lasseter. Ever since they fired him over Me Too bullshit, ever since then, their movies have sucked. I wonder why. Maybe they should have put more thought into making good movies rather than, all this political bullshit, behind-the-scenes drama, because these Pixar movies, these modern Pixar movies, they suck. Like, Pixar is trash now. They should be embarrassed as a company. Like, I used to look up to Pixar. I used to watch all the behind-the-scenes videos and just be like, oh, God, Pixar, it looks like such a fun place to work at. It looks like such a great company that makes great movies. Not anymore. So, please, oh yeah, I have to give a food review. Oh. What do I even give this movie? I can't give it Greek spaghetti because I gave that fucking movie last week Greek spaghetti, and it was like, I guess I could give it again Greek spaghetti just as like a cop-out, but I really don't want to do like a cop-out. But I would just say, oh yeah, yesterday I got chicken strips from McDonald's. And I know what you're saying. It just, that whole day was a mess. So nothing turned out very well yesterday. But there was this one chicken strip, and I tried to bite into it, and it was rock hard. And I chewed off a piece anyway, and it was one of the grossest things I've ever tasted. I don't even know how to describe it, but it was so bad. It was so gross. I don't think I'll ever get chicken strips from McDonald's again. That's how bad it was. And it's the same thing with this movie. Like, this movie is an embarrassment. It's a racist propaganda filth film. And I'm embarrassed to have even watched it. So, please like this video, comment, tell me what you thought of Elio, and then please subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see more honest movie reviews, calling out these disgusting, racist, segregated voice cast movies. Goodbye, everybody. See you soon.